Hey Mepham, welcome back to the Midweek Update.
In today's episode, we take a look at a day of sports, an inspiring recovery from a student athlete, what exactly Unity Day is, and a look at B&B's new social media show.
This and more on this week's Midweek Update. I'm Jake Mano.
And I'm Matt Nadoff, and welcome back to the Midweek Update, the B&B show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
So Matt, by any chance are you taking AP Spanish this year?
Actually, I'm taking college Spanish, Jake. Why do you ask?
Well, because in that case, you may know one of our Hot Takes hosts this week. Let's hear what they have to say.
All right, so nails.
What about it?
All right, so do you do them yourself? Do you go get them done? All right, speed it up.
What are you hinting? Are you hinting that I'm cheap?
Well, kind of, but I just want to know what do you think is better, doing them yourself or getting them done?
Of course.
You didn't answer the question.
Getting them done by someone else.
Okay, but you get them done yourself.
Who said that? Who's been
You
spreading
did.
rumors about me?
All right, so these right now.
Look at my fabulous nails.
All right,
They're done professionally by other people.
Okay, where'd you go?
Modern Nails.
It's a what?
It's a nail salon.
Oh, a salon. Okay, good.
It's not a store.
All right, so now, but you do them yourself also.
Not anymore.
Oh, all right. Well, okay, so we have the same opinion on that. All right, so let's hear.
But I do believe that powder nails are better.
Oh, well, powder? Oh, I don't agree.
How? Why?
The gel is better. Look at my nails. I mean, they look better.
No.
Well, they look better now.
No. Look at my nails.
Interesting.
That was really entertaining. I could listen to them all day.
Yeah, I bet being in their class is awesome.
I can tell you from experience, it is.
And speaking of fun and awesome, last year there was a convention for all Section 8 athletes hosted in one of our very own BMCH SD buildings.
Actually, I remember this, Jake, but I think Anthony Chiffo can explain it better than I can.
Just a few weeks ago, students from across Nassau County gathered at Brookside, the central building in the Bellmore-Merrick High School District, to experience a day of unity for Section 8 sports. This included speeches from prominent figures, breakout sessions, and even some fun games as well.
It's referred to as the USC Summit. The acronym USC stands for Unity, Sportsmanship, and Civility. And really we're just trying to reestablish and remind everybody, coaches and student athletes alike, of what we feel are the three pillars of educational-based athletics.
The event focused on improving qualities of leadership, respect, and professionalism throughout the county. Students gathered in the auditorium to hear speeches from Eric Caballero, the Section 8 supervisor, as well as Mark Lineweaver, a sports agent and leader in the industry.
I hope they understand that they are in charge of themselves. In this world that is just completely chaotic, everybody's running around, too many people are making excuses, that everyone has self-importance, everyone is a celebrity to someone, and at the end of the day, it's their own personal responsibility and accountability to be in charge of themselves.
I hope they get inspiration. I hope they get clarity, vision of what's important to them. And I really hope they get a clear understanding of the power and influence they have as leaders in the community just because they're athletes.
I'm definitely going to take these back to my team and just use some of these methods of being a better being a better leader and being better with sportsmanship, and tell my team about this stuff so we can be the best that we can.
The event was wrapped up with some fun games, focusing on strengthening aspects of respect, teamwork, and sportsmanship. For B&B, I'm Anthony Chivo.
That's so interesting to me. I never knew that they had a huge summit like that.
100%. And it's great to see so many people getting involved. Students, teachers, professionals, it's important to acknowledge their dedication.
Athletes have to have dedication, especially because it's always a risk playing sports, you know.
Oh, completely. And actually, our next story is exactly on that. Roll the clip.
Almost every kid growing up has played a sport at a young age to stay active and healthy. In 2020, 54.1% of children aged 6 to 7 participate in sports. Here, on the baseball field, student-athlete Anthony Carlo experienced an ACL injury that would impact his future in playing baseball.
I was injured on August 27th, 2023, I was out for 4 months. Around January, I got cleared to play. It happened at a baseball showcase in the game, running out of the box.
Studies show 20 to 30 minutes of exercise a day can reduce stress and boost your mood for several hours. For Anthony Carlo, being active is an important part of his daily routine.
Being active affects my mood, my grades, and my physical performance on the baseball field. I think being active every day gets me in like a rhythm where I have like a routine where everything just comes like in order and I just do everything every day.
Not only did Anthony notice the change in his mood, but also his younger brother James, a student athlete as well, realized that Anthony was not acting the same as he has when active.
Well, when he wasn't healthy, he was sad, lazy, played video games all day. And then as he got more healthy, his mood increased because he was excited to play the new season.
Anthony has shown that injuries can be setbacks, but never ending his desires of doing what he loves the most, being active and playing baseball. For B&B, I'm Kyle McQuillan.
Love a good comeback story. Also love seeing how sports can have such a positive impact on people's lives.
Yeah, staying active is very important for your mental health.
You know what would be great for all of our wellness? A day dedicated to promoting kindness, inclusion, and togetherness.
I think we have one of those coming up. Let's hear from Allison Redican, who has more.
Next Wednesday, October 16th, is Unity Day, a key day in National Bully Prevention Month. On this day, we recognize the importance of being there for one another and being united.
There's a lot that brings us together despite our differences. There's a lot that we share in common, and it's that unifying message of that we're kind, we're accepting of all different people, and again, part of that anti-bullying prevention month.
Staff and students are encouraged to wear orange on this day to promote solidarity and spread awareness for bully prevention. There will also be many activities in and around the school, such as bracelet making. If you want to get involved, don't forget to look at the posters around the school and be sure to wear orange on Wednesday, October 16th. That's all for me. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Allison. I'm so excited for next Wednesday now.
Well, Matt, as new as Unity Day is to MEPM, I can think of one thing that's even newer to B&B.
Well, assuming you're not talking about hot takes, is it?
Nope. Before you spoil it, Tina Pena is actually here to tell us all about it.
Thanks, guys. When you hear B&B, you probably think morning announcements, midweek update, maybe even sports talk or sheep in the meadow, all of which are streamed from our YouTube channel. But have you heard we have a brand new show? You'll have to jump over to the Instagram to catch it. The new show, The Frontier, is hosted by Matthew Nadoff and will air once a week. Each episode will highlight one big thing going on here at MEPM, give you a quick sports update, and include a student poll. Check out our second episode.
Good morning, Pirates. My name is Matt Nadoff, and welcome to The Frontier. Before we jump in, let's take a look at the results from last week's poll. The majority fan favorite was the homecoming football game, then hanging out with your friends, and finally a tie between Pep Rally and Pirate Fest. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. I am here out in front of MEPM where our 10th Flag Field of Honor will be held. Be sure to place your orders for a flag if you are interested. Orders are due by October 25th, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact Miss Dennis or Mr. Patton. Now to sports. This past Friday, our boys soccer team took on MacArthur in their child cancer awareness game and won 2-1 after taking the lead in the final 10 minutes. Next, B&B is filming the MEPM versus Calhoun football game on Saturday, so be sure to tune in. Now to this week's poll of the week. With the Field of Honor on everyone's mind, if you had to pick one branch of the military to go into, which one would it be? The Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, or the Air Force? Be sure to submit your vote in the poll in the description and tune in next time for the results. Pirates, that's all the time that we have for this week's episode of The Frontier. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.
I might be biased, but I thought that was pretty good. Stay tuned for more episodes of The Frontier on the B&B Instagram, and be sure to cast your vote in the polls each week. That's all from me. I'm Tina Pena, and sending it back to the studio.
Thanks, Tina, and make sure to catch up on the next episode of The Frontier tomorrow, even though that Matt Nadoff guy sounds a little too familiar.
Does he? He sounds like the guy I would not want to host Midweek with, or even talk about sports with.
Wow, I see how it is. I guess instead of us talking about sports, let's send it over to Jared Broxmeyer, who has this week's sports report.
Thanks, guys. I'm very happy to be back on Midweek Update. First to the field, where the Pirates football team suffered defeat 27-14 versus the Seahawks as they look to bounce back against Jericho this week. Staying on the field, the Lady Pirates soccer team took on Massapequa and then headed to Port Washington later in the week. The boys take on Great Neck South in what will be your B&B game of the week, so be sure to tune in. Now to the gym, where the girls volleyball team took on Syosset with the final of 3-1 and then play Lynbrook later this week. The boys took on Uniondale and played Levittown District later this week. Now to the professional sports, where playoffs are in full swing, and my Yankees look to go back ahead in the series today, and the Mets play Game 3 as they look to bounce back. That's all for me. I've been Jared Boxmeyer. Now back to Matt and Jake.
Thanks, Jared. I can't believe we're already at the end of the episode.
I know. I guess time flies when you're having fun.
True. It's been a lot of fun. Well, we'll be back next week with new stories from around the BMCH SD to bring you inside of the parts of the community we don't always get to see. Until then, I'm Jake Mano.
And I'm Matt Nadoff, and we'll see you all next midweek.
Now that that's it, we got a Mets go to tell.
Let's go, Mets!